Hello world of YouTube and welcome to another Carversation. The show where I sit in my car with a topic on my mind that I'm going to talk about for a discernible amount of time before passing the buck on to you. You know, it's kind of hard to have a show where I talk about issues I'm having with the world or having a topic of conversation that doesn't revolve around what's going on in the world right now. You know, the death of George Floyd wasn't a fluke, or it wasn't like a one-off situation. I think everybody knows that. They know that, at least you'd have to think people would know that black people are targeted by cops, like, more often than not. You know, there's systemic issues stemming from the black community in relation to the police, you know, and it's frustrating to sit there and see people deny the truth, to stay ignorant, to feign ignorance when they seem to be so prideful in their beliefs, and yet they can't just for 1 second sit there and see there's a real issue at hand. You know, when riots keep happening in the name of a cause, clearly there's some weight to that cause. You know, because this predates George Floyd in Minneapolis. It predates, 2014 when the Baltimore riots happened and Ferguson happened. It predates the 90s even when the LA riots happened. But, I mean, this sort of stuff happens all the time. And we're just in a heightened sense of observance of it because of social media, which I thank social media because, and it sounds like we get to see what really happens. You know, we get to see cops just outright disrespecting people's freedoms, you know, disrespecting people's rights by picking on innocent people, preying on innocent people with, militarized weaponry, and it's disgusting. I've been so disappointed in how ignorant people have stayed because it's sickening to see countless people die, be hospitalized, be treated so terribly by people that are supposed to help uphold their rights as citizens of this country, and I've been an advocate for this for a long time. I made a video when the Baltimore riots happened because I had friends that lived in the area, and I encouraged them to fight for their freedoms, fight for their rights. And I did the same thing now. I encourage people to fight for your rights, exercise your liberties, protest, make sure the press is safe because the press is getting gunned down. People are shooting members of the press right now. And that's fucked up. That is fucked up to see just members of the press and observers, legal observers, getting taken down by the police during these instances. It's not even an instance of the protesters are making it violent either, because you can find countless videos of the police inciting the violence, and that is just fucked up. That all of these things that are going on are being blamed on the people that have nothing to do with it. There are people taking advantage of the situation. There are people looting. But the fact that those people are not being distinguished from the innocent is egregious. It's terrible. I truly have been just mortified at how this whole situation has continued to get worse. Because you would think something would change, something would happen, and it's starting to, thankfully. Police departments are getting reined in. People are really cracking down on the officers that are committing these crimes, and I love to see it happen. I love to see corrupt cops put in the jails that they threw the innocent in, and I love to see, people continuing to outspeak, continuing to protest, continuing to donate to those that are wrongfully jailed during this time. And I'm happy that after at least a couple of weeks of this going on, we finally are starting to see change. But I want to encourage people that are fighting, that are advocating for these changes, to not stop. To not stop support. Because while things may start to die down, while people may start to return to normal, myself included as far as posting, I'm going to keep posting about it, but I will not stop advocating for change. I will continue to fight for justice for those that have been unjustly killed or unjustly jailed because of the color of their skin, because of the cause that they represent, and how it's against America, when truly those that are saying that people are against America are in fact themselves against the freedoms that we were written to have early on. And some would say historically, when the Constitution was made, they've had to make a lot of amendments for people of color and for women. And honestly, I want those changes to continue to happen. For us to truly be a free nation, that needs to be an equal opportunity freedom. That needs to have everybody have equal ground. I hope that while people are defunding their police, they are genuinely putting it towards their community, because they are the people. The community are the people. The people in the community are those that need help, getting themselves out of the system that held them back. And I hope that as people start to rein in their police, they do channel those resources into their communities that need their help more than ever. But I've been kind of ranting for 9 minutes. I'm just kind of getting everything off my chest, because I've been spending, ever since my move, so it's been about a week, I've spent my move, the first week of my move, not only packing and moving house, but arguing with people that want to spit on, I'm frustrated to see people who claim to not be racist support a racist ideology. And I have been on all fronts defending my beliefs, and I hope that you do as well. I know this is a heavier conversation than most of the ones I've done, but it's a serious topic and one that I really wanted to talk about. But if you like this conversation, be sure to give it a like. If you want to see more of my music, gaming, and general nerdy content, be sure to subscribe. Special thanks to my patrons if you would like to join their ranks to get early access to content, exclusive content, and to help drive the community. It's linked in the description, along with all of my social media outlets where I've been posting about this a lot more than I have been here. If you are going out still, be safe, not just for protests, but in general. Keep your masks on, keep your hands clean, keep your voice loud. But I have been Viral Rack. You get to Good Days Live Situations, and I'll see you another day.